Namaskaram. In Mahabharatam, we were at the scene of the game of dice. We said that Yudhishthira lost everything, or putting it correctly, Shakuni won everything one by one through foul play, sleight of hand. But the tragedy was Yudhishthira was not clever enough to point out. He knew that Shakuni was cheating, but he couldn't pinpoint. So, one by one, he lost everything. And the final bets were one by one, his brothers, and then himself. And finally, he staked Draupadi. Draupadi was also lost to the Kauravas. And that was where we left. We might have said some more things, but I will be going through that again because I do not know if I have done justice. This is one of the most important events in Mahabharatam, the scenes. So many stories have been written about this. When Draupadi was treated like this, that is when Dushasana pulled her by the hair into the hall and asked her to sweep the floor, and later he started pulling her only cloth she was wearing, in spite of Draupadi's protests that she was in her period and that was the only cloth she had on her. But Dushasana, that didn't stop Dushasana. When this was happening, the Pandavas, especially Bhima, was fuming with anger, but he didn't react at that time. It was then that Draupadi sent burning looks. She looked so angrily to the Pandavas that they were hurt by those looks than by the insults they received. And Bhima immediately shouted that he in the war he shall kill Dushasana and take the blood from his heart, and with that blood he will tie Draupadi's hair, which was let loose by Dushasana's pulling. When that was said, there were bad omens like owls crying. Many bad omens were visible. At that time, Bhima then asked Sahadeva, bring some fire. Let me burn these two hands of our eldest brother. He has done injustice to all of us, especially to Draupadi. Bring fire. And Arjuna, who was always composed, though he knew that they were very unfairly treated, Arjuna pacified Bhima. Bhima, hold on. I have never seen you this angry before. Hold on. This is not the time to react. And at that time, Vikarna and Vidura spoke that it was very bad on the part of Dushasana, very wrong, and he advised the Kauravas that this is unfair. And among the 100 sons of Dhritarashtra, Vikarna was the only one who spoke against their side. And we will hear Vikarna's voice again in the Mahabharata war. He was one who who had a sense of justice. And Karna opposed Vikarna. Why? What is wrong? And Karna asked Dushasana to get the clothes of the Pandavas also. They are all slaves. The clothes they were wearing now belong to Duryodhana. And when that was said, Yudhishthira and his brothers, they took out their upper garment, left it there, and they left the hall. Now the disrobing of Draupadi was such a scene that it is itself a story that is often told and retold. There were films on it, there were stories written, and we said last day that when Draupadi cried, calling Krishna, Krishna, where are you? Where are you when I am in such a distress? It is said that Krishna ran from Dwaraka to this place. He had divine powers, so he could reach wherever and whenever he wanted. There is a verse in Sanskrit which I have repeated. I don't remember whether it was in the Mahabharata context or Srimad Bhagavata context. It goes, Ya tvara Draupadi trane, Ya tvara gajarakshane, Mayyarte karuna sindho, Sa tvara kvagata hare. That was repeated by a Brahmin who was attacked by some robbers, and he chanted this shloka. What it meant was that speed with which you came to save Draupadi and that speed which you exhibited to save that Gajendra who was caught by a crocodile. When I am in distress, where is that speed of yours? Satvara kvagata hare. Where did that go? And it is said, Krishna, losing no time, appeared immediately, and without exhibiting himself, he started supplying clothes to Draupadi, and Dushasana removed one by one, but it was a never-ending flow of clothes on Draupadi. And finally he gave up, he got tired. It was then that Bhima pledged that he shall take Dushasana's blood from his breast, and with that he shall tie Draupadi's hair. Draupadi, when he asked everybody, you tell us, you tell me whether I am a slave when my husband, after becoming a slave, staked me. But nobody answered. Only Bhishma said that Dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhayam mahajano yenagatas sapantha. This is a famous quotation. It's only a quote, Bhishma only quoted it. It is Hiranmayena patrasya satyas Hiranmayasya patrena satyasya apihidam mukham. That is, it is very difficult to understand the fine ways of dharma. What we can do only is to follow what great people, the path followed by great people, we just follow that, that's all. That Hiranmayena patrena satyasya apihidam mukham, Bhishma said, meaning that the mouth of Satya, truth, is hidden by a golden vessel. In the sense, we are all fed by Duryodhana. So we have to keep quiet. We cannot speak against that. And at that time, Duryodhana bared his thighs. He removed, he pulled his cloth up, bared his thigh, and indicated to Draupadi that she should sit there. And that angered Bhima even further. Bhima said, in the war, which is sure to come, with my mace, I shall bash this thigh of yours and crush it. He announced it loudly. When that was said, again there were bad omens. The comets flying, evil forces of nature making inauspicious sounds, so many bad omens. And everybody in the hall were frightened because that prophesied that it is going to be a very gloomy future. And when this was explained to Dhritarashtra, he called Draupadi to his side. Daughter, don't be disheartened. You can ask me for any boon. I shall give it to you. And Draupadi said, make my husband Yudhishthira free. And Dhritarashtra said, yes, done. Choose one more. And Draupadi said, let the other Pandavas also be free. Dhritarashtra said, yeah, all right, done. Now ask for one more. Draupadi said, no, I don't want any more. Then Dhritarashtra called Yudhishthira to his side and said, son, forget about everything that has happened. You are all free now. You go back to your palace and rule your part of the kingdom as before. You pretend nothing has happened. And with this parvam, it is called Dyuta Parvam, is over. And the tragedy doesn't end there. We shall continue with it tomorrow. Namaskaram.